Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is India and we're just gonna do us an OMAD video today. I'm getting into my one meal for today, so stick around. And as always, let's try to have some fun. So I am out right now. It is almost 4 p.m. and that is around the time that I eat. And I knew once I got home that I would be so hungry because, I don't know how long I'm going to be out. I just want to be out for maybe an hour. And so what I did was actually prepped some of my food. And so I'm going to have a big bowl of fruit. I prepped it. I chopped it up. I put everything in the bowl so when I get home, it would be ready. And then I can just prepare whatever hot food I decide to have. And so that's one of the hacks that I'm using. When you're doing intermittent fasting, OMAD, and you're hungry, you're out, and you're, past your eating window, it could get a lot tempting, like just being out in public, being around food, fast food, convenient food, that sort of thing. So that is why I pre-prepped some of my meals. So when I get home, I'm not just super hungry trying to prep meal, or you get what I'm saying. So that's one of the things that I did. Now also, I'm thinking about trying like this viral grilled cheese little hack that I saw earlier, but I don't know. But I do know we're gonna have some fruit. We're gonna have plenty of fruit, so yeah, I'm excited.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews. I'm just saying I'm amused.
Y'all look at this. Y'all better stay woke. This shirt is marked at $5.09 on clearance, but look at this. The exact same shirt, $3.49.
Got me think about inside the walls. Words cut deep, it's like
I've been meaning to ask you guys something, and I promise you it is not random, but I've been using this app. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's called Fetch Rewards. I've been using this app to scan any and every receipt that I get. And so I just scanned my receipt from the store that we went to get points. So what it does is, like, when you get a certain amount of points, you can get things like gift cards. You can get gift cards to like Amazon, Starbucks, whatever. But I think this is so cool because I've been doing this for a while, and it actually gives me incentive to scan my receipt and then throw them away because I always keep receipts. So if you guys haven't used this app, I would highly suggest it, but I am not sponsored by Fetch or anything like that, but I do have a referral code. Once you download the app, you get a referral code as well. So anyone signing on or downloading the app with your code, gets like bonus points. I don't know what the special is, but you do get a lot of bonus points when you're signing on. And then it is so cool to me because if you buy certain products, they have little specials throughout the week. So if I by chance buy like a box of cereal and it's a certain brand, and then Fetch has like this special on points with a certain brand, you get the extra points. Sometimes I would scan a receipt and get like 1,000 points. Typically you get like 25 points for every receipt that you scan, but let me put some information on the screen. I just think it's so cool. The last few times I have bought my coffee, it's been free because I've been scanning my app and scanning my receipts and getting the points. So it's cool. And you can go back. They'll let you scan a receipt from like the past 14 days. So if you're someone and you keep your receipts and you've been keeping them, check your purse, check your car. If you do download the app and start scanning some of those old receipts and get these points, this is free money. But yeah, I think it's so cool. And I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a while. If you are not familiar with Fetch, I know a lot of you might already use this app, but yeah, use my QR code or use my code and get you some points. I get the points, you get the points. I originally heard about this app from Gina Janine. She's a vlogger, a Houston vlogger. And so I use her code. I got the points from downloading the app using her code. She got the points. So I'm just sharing the love at this point. But let's get in here. Let's make this meal, y'all, because I'm hungry. It is past 5 o'clock. I have not eaten food today, and I'm about to be a monster. I'm about to... Rawr. All right, so I'm gonna try this viral grilled cheese thing. I'm gonna use these wraps. I have 2 slices of cheese because I'm gonna make 2 of them, and then I have some extra mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna put the cheese on the wrap, fold it up a certain way, and then put them in the toaster. Wish me luck.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look, keep it a buck, I don't. Always been one up on all of these. They be trying to front for all of these. Man, I ain't got time cause they all in they feelings. Ice of the gang and we making a killing. It's 2020 and they notice the vision. You be the hero, I'm playing the villain. The underdogs and we walking the villain. We getting money, yeah, they think that we dealing. They talking hot, yeah, if they opponents and we won't stop till we all touch a million. Don't ever forget, but we probably forgive them. I'm living, taking the cause that was given. My blessings is already written.
All right, guys, so here is my full meal. Let me talk about these little wraps real quick because it was like starting to smell burnt, and like these are too thick, I guess. Okay, let me pause the video real quick right here because I was folding this so wrong, guys. I'll insert a clip on how it's really supposed to be folded. The front and the back is almost supposed to be flat, and then the wraps that I had, they just weren't big enough. And so I was trying to go off memory just to make these things. I didn't look up the video until after I kind of messed it up, but needless to say, they were still good. I just peeled the burnt parts off. It tasted good. It tasted fine. But next time I do this, it is going to be a lot better. I am going to perfect this. I guess I made them too thick for the toaster. At first I thought the cheese was melting like inside the toaster, but I don't know. I'll try these another day. I mean, it got some good, toast on it. We'll test it out. We'll try it. But that's what it's looking like. And I had to take it out the toaster early, so that's what it looks like. I also added these plant-based chicken patties. So this is not real meat. These are 160 calories each. We'll get into that. And I also added the bagels to my fruit bowl. So this, again, is my entire meal for today. This brings me to 1,425 calories. Man, let me tell you, when I talk about eating for volume, this is what I mean. So like this bowl of fruit right here, this fruit alone is 485 calories, to whereas this small bowl of chicken, plant-based chicken, is 320 calories. Now with the fruit, you're getting a lot more volume. So yeah, I started adding just little things because my calories were running low. I was going to keep it at the fruit and these wraps here, but that was just too low for my liking. I do sometimes have active days. I'm at 13,000 steps so far. So that's my meal. Let's get into it.
Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers. We crown shakers, moved us out the...
All right, say whatever you want, but this fake chicken is good. This is actually really good. It's the Morningstar brand. I'll put it on the screen again, but I actually like it. I think this is day 36. No meat this year. So I haven't had meat this year. It is the 6th week. I've made it to my house. Y'all know how I get. Once I start eating, I completely disappear. So it's been a few hours. It is almost 9 o'clock at night. I got done eating my meal at around 6:30. Marvelous. It took me maybe an hour to get it down. Sometimes I do have to take breaks because it is a lot, and I do eat a lot on purpose. But I thought this would be a really, really good time to address one of the comments I got, and to do it in a very casual fashion. I'm casual, I'm laid back. There's nothing professional about me. I'm not a medical professional, so always remember that disclaimer. If you want advice, about diet, weight loss, and you want some serious advice, you want medical advice, make sure you reach out to a medical professional, okay? Now, somebody left me a comment. They wanted me to talk a little bit more about alternate day fasting. They wanted me to talk about fasting for weight loss, and also what to do if after eating your one meal you just want to keep eating. Now that's the perfect question, because I do oftentimes experience that, to where I just want to keep eating after my one meal. You know, sometimes I get triggered by food, snacks, or whatever the case may be. I might crave something sweet later on in the night. And so let me talk about that real quick. Since this is a OMAD video, I just feel like it's appropriate to talk about, okay? The reason why you see such big portions on my plate is because I make sure I get enough calories when I am eating my one meal. So one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people do when trying to do intermittent fasting is not getting enough calories. You know, we're used to eating 400 calorie meals. We're used to eating meals under 800 calories, right? But if you are only eating for 1 hour out the entire day, and that's all the food you're consuming. Also, if you're doing alternate day fasting, so you're only eating once every other day, or you're only eating one day, you get what I'm saying? You can very much so undereat your calories. Your body needs the nutrients. And when you are losing a lot of weight, your body is going to go into survival mode. Your body is going to feel like, oh man, I'm losing weight. It's time for me to survive and evolve. And then that's when you start storing fat, so on and so forth, right? Because your body is panicking. And this is a reason why I like fasting, alternating my days. I like, cycling my calories, so you don't see me eating in a calorie deficit every single day. So number one, make sure you are getting enough calories. If you do not know how many calories you burn just existing and living, or you're not aware of your activity level, there's a lot of calorie calculators online to where you can get an idea. Of course, this is not going to be perfect, but there's a lot of resources online to where you can get an idea of how many calories you burn on a normal basis. And again, this is not going to be perfect. You're not going to ever have a perfect number. You're never going to know how many calories you consume and burn. It's not going to be perfect, but you do need to have some kind of awareness so you can know where to start and so you can know your limits, okay? So make sure you're getting enough calories. I know that sounds crazy, but it is very much so possible to undereat when you are only eating one meal a day, and that's just it's not enough to sustain you, right? And you can't expect for one meal to keep you full for 24 hours. That's not the point. Sometimes when you are fasting, and this is point number 2, if you just come to grips with the concept of feeling a little bit discomfort, you will better navigate through that. We're wired to think that we're always supposed to be full or satiated, and we're never supposed to feel hunger or any kind of discomfort. The thing is, with us, food is so convenient, to whereas when we get just a little bit of hunger pangs, or we feel just a little bit of discomfort, we run to food. We run to snacks. We have emergency snacks at work. We have emergency snacks in our cars. And so once you come to grips, once you start to accept that sometimes you're gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, right? You have to sit in that. You have to embrace it. I will say start journaling. Start writing down how you feel when it comes to, that discomfort. And again, embrace it. So when it comes, be like, yeah, I knew you was coming. Let's deal with this. Let's navigate through it. So that's number 3, right? Start journaling a little bit, especially when it comes to food, because food can be mental for us. Once we start tackling, the mental side of it, the emotional side of it, even the physical side, food is not all about just eating, getting full, and then forgetting about the food, right? That's not how it works. We have a lot of work to do when it comes to our relationship with food. And to be honest, a lot of it is not our fault. So work on that as well. Now, I will say, when it comes to OMAD, I love it because it creates structure for me. And so when I set those rules in place that, listen, I'm not eating beyond a certain hour, I'm not allowed in my kitchen beyond a certain hour, when I start really setting those rules in stone, it's like nothing can break that. So I don't care how hungry I am, I don't care what event is coming up. If I tell myself that I am not allowed to eat past a certain hour, then I will more than likely go through with it. And that's something I also write down as well. Like if I make those rules for myself, I stick with it and I write it down too. And every time I accomplish something, I'm going to write it down in my journal and I'm going to celebrate every win. So every day that I successfully complete my OMAD, I write it down. Every day I successfully, close my kitchen, because I have to do that. I started to accept my relationship with food, and therefore I started working on it. And so there are a lot of things that I do to help me become successful with the OMAD diet. Again, if you're not familiar, OMAD is an acronym for 1 meal a day, but I'm pretty sure you know that at this point, if you are watching this video at this point. So, and again, I do eat a lot on purpose. I try to get full when I am eating my meal. That's why you guys see me eating for volume. Now, I do not encourage anyone to overeat. Do not do that. I am not telling you to do that. But when I am extremely satisfied from my meals, I am less likely to want to binge eat or to want to eat after the fact, because I physically can't. Like, I will fill my stomach to the rim to so I don't want to binge eat. It's simple, right? And so I allow myself to eat a lot of the whole single ingredient natural foods. Like if I want to eat 6 apples, I'm going to eat 6 apples. That beats eating 6 candy bars. And so I purposely overeat. I do that a lot and I still stay within my calories. So there's a lot of little hacks that I do that helps me out along the way. If you are someone and you are not used to doing any form of intermittent fasting, start out slow. Don't jump right into the OMAD diet. So build your fasting muscle. It's to the point where me not eating in the morning really doesn't affect me. I don't get tempted. I don't get crazy because I just don't care. It's the norm, so ease your way into intermittent fasting. If you're someone and you're used to eating for 20 hours a day, reduce it to 18 hours. And then once you get comfortable with that, then reduce it again to a 16-hour eating window, and keep reducing it once you start to get comfortable with where you are. But don't jump into it, because that you're not going to sustain that, because it's going to be too extreme. And you're going to associate wellness and weight loss with doing something extreme. And so anytime you get to the point where you want to do something, you're thinking in your head that you have to be so extreme and you have to be so disciplined. And that's just not the case. So start off slow. Ease your way into it. As far as alternate day fasting and fasting for weight loss, honestly, I think it's brilliant, because all in all, you get a lot of benefits when you are fasting. I have videos about, the benefits of fasting. You're talking about autophagy, which is cellular repair, all the great things. You're giving your digestive system a rest, which is much needed. You're cleansing yourself ultimately. So I love fasting all in all because of all the benefits that come along with fasting. But when you do fast, naturally you are going to be in a calorie deficit. If you are eating every other day, it is going to be hard for you to overeat your calories, and therefore that is where the weight loss is coming from. Always remember that you must be in a calorie deficit in order to achieve weight loss. Guys, I'm getting real chatty right now, but thank you so much for watching this video. Look, if you by any chance have made it this far in this video, consider subscribing to my channel. Again, thank you for watching. Good luck on your journeys, and I will see you in the next one.
I've been feeling emotional, thinking about you, babe. What can we focus